Zhao Yupei is joining us now to talk more about China's film industry. She's the chair of the Popular Media and Culture Department at Zhejiang University in International Communication. And let me start with the COVID-19. What a difference a year makes, huh? When it comes to actually getting people in the seats. COVID-19 is left. It seems like people are anxious to get back and watch movies.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your question. Yeah, like you said, probably the proper timing this year for the summer. So everyone is eager to return to daily life after the pandemic. And the data I have right now is as high as 52% of the summer audience is the first time to go to the cinema this year. So my friend said even in the case of rising the ticket prices, watching movie is still the most cost-effective social activity. So simultaneously, many domestic films have prominent long-term effect on the box office. So the timing refers to the summer holiday offer a symbolic significance of the market recovery, a turning point for the film industry in China. Thank you.
Yeah, and one of the main takeaways, you just touched on it, the success of Chinese movies themselves. Talk to us about Chinese audiences, because they used to have an appetite for these Hollywood blockbusters. Why are we seeing this shift, do you think, to domestic films? What do you think's behind that?
Thank you. I would say I'm not quite surprised to figure out the top 5 summer box office were dominated by domestic films. Comparatively, the reason might be the Hollywood blockbuster lack a new concept and new idea, because we are quite familiar with the blockbuster from Hollywood. So they follow this kind of old formulas and have the same virtual effect, which make the audience feel aesthetic fatigue. While a series of the domestic films this year have successfully occupied the mainstream with the innovative artistic exploration and the marketing strategies. So some films try to explore the modern representation of the traditional Chinese aesthetics, popular historic IP, adapt the drama films such as from Chinese Asian books or our traditional memories to seek the creative inspiration, like the Chang'an 30,000 Miles, and different themes this summer, such as science fiction, suspension, action, animation, are also fully developed to meet the need of the different audience groups and show a new look of Chinese film industry. So in the competition from the imported blockbuster, domestic films have shown a trend of continuous iteration and the transference in the depth of content, narrative techniques, and the technical application. Thank you.
You know, it's interesting. You go back to 2020, that's when China overtook North America as the world's largest film market. And now Hollywood is really relying on China in many cases just to break even on some of these really expensive films and actually make a profit. So China's such a valuable piece of the puzzle when it comes to Hollywood. And now they've got a writer's strike, an actor's strike. Warner Brothers is just one studio. They're expected to lose about $300 to $500 million just from the strikes alone. You're talking about kind of the fact that the Chinese audiences have maybe grown tired of kind of the stale recipe that the U.S. has in terms of Hollywood films. What do you think Hollywood can do to reverse this? Because obviously China's a big audience for them.
Thank you. That's a very important question. Actually, for me, I have read the news in June. The Wall Street Journal published articles saying Chinese audience are no longer obsessed with Hollywood movies, and the performance of these films in the Chinese market is far less than expected, and even the super IP such as the Transformer have lost the glory. On the other hand, I would say Hollywood films have faced this kind of challenges such as the creative exhaustion and a bit of difficult to adapt to Chinese changes for the home market. And so I would suggest for Hollywood who are still interested in the Chinese market, there's a need to justify the means of the film marketing, which should be more suitable for the new media era. The marketing methods this summer are varied. Unlike in the past, the distributors visit the theaters to promote and improve the film. But these summer's movies have made good use of the social media. So the domestic films that occupy the top hot topics of the social media, we could screen some clips beforehand. And also, for instance, like the reciting the points under the line of the Chang'an 30 Miles has driven the audience to go to watch the movie twice or 3 times. because of the inspiration from the social media. So some other like realistic topics such as the She Disappeared have also achieved good results in the marketing of the short films platforms such as the Douyin and the Xiaohongshu. So these two films have obtained high attention with accurate marketing and the screening strategy. That's my suggestions. Thank you.
All right, Zhao Yupei joining us. Thank you so much for your insights.